Hey man, is that us? Is that us? Is that us? Streaming live on a Saturday? Wait, you got me? Yeah, just keep going with the G.
Don't want Jesus coming for us. He talked to us once before.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Forgot about
that. We ain't even give him 30 seconds, but we got to pay homage.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy EGlaze. That's my man Maceo. Heard what's happening?
What it do? What it do?
Hey man, been a crazy week in the city of Atlanta and overall, man.
Hey, man.
We gonna talk them sports because that's what we do. We're gonna give you this 1 hour of sports.
We have to keep it on track.
We do what we do. But we would be remiss, Mason. I think you being from Atlanta. How do you? I mean, I know you had your opinions. I've got mine. Give me your thoughts, man, about what's going on, not only in the city of Atlanta, what's been going around in the U.S., man.
Just crazy, man. One of the things, everybody has to find what works for them.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. We all have opinions. We all have a thought process of how we do things. Everybody internalizes things in a different way. So, I mean, what works for you, works for you.
Right.
I don't think we have to argue and throw darts at each other because, your philosophy don't match up with my philosophy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the crazy part. Again, we all have an opinion. We're all entitled to it. So do what works for you, man. Live your life. Live your life.
Yeah, man. I think sometimes I don't want to sound hypocritical because in 1992, I was sitting there with the Rodney King thing at Morris Brown College dealing with some of the same thing, man. City of Atlanta will rebuild. I know a lot of people were hurt by it, and we were hurt, but I just think about the guy that had his knee on his neck. I got, man, and just trying to realize that sometimes people do. They always say you saying in football as a coach, water at 211 degrees was just warm. If you add that 1 extra degree, it boils over. So we added that 1 extra degree, and you keep pushing people. They feel like this is what happened. I get everybody. Yeah, we didn't want to deal with the riots. Well, we want to deal with that. But some things happen like that, man. And I just think everybody to be safe, man. Take care of y'all.
That's the main thing. Be safe, man. Don't get banged up, man. Don't trick yourself off these streets. That's my big thing.
We do know some people at the APD that we know and some things like
that. Teammates.
Yeah. A lot of them, detectives I know and things of that nature, man. So it was unreal to see that in our city last night. But, we're going to get through this. So let's start it off, man. You want to start or you want me to, man?
Man, go ahead and kick it off, brother.
So let me ask you this. I'm adding on to this whole theory that we've talked about. And when things like this happen, your thoughts on what should athletes be responsible for? I think sometime in our society, if you make a big check, we expect you to be the one that can speak on things.
Right.
I'm not always a believer in that. I think that we need more fishermen than people receiving fish. That's just my thought.
Right.
I want to know your thoughts on it.
Man, so for me, it's kind of like what I said in the intro. What works for you? If you're a guy who feel like you need to be out in the street, go be in the street. If you have the resources to help others, do that. Listen, we can't judge what one person do that's different from us. It all lines up with your belief system. I saw where it's guys who are pledging money for meals. You have guys who talk about, listen, we have funds in place for if you get arrested, if you do this or whatever happens, we can help you that way. I think about what Steven Jackson, because Steven Jackson had a direct relationship. Of course, it burns him up a little more, so he's going to be able to use his platform and other people who support him to really contribute to the cause. So, I mean, it all lines up with what you believe in, man. That's just my thoughts on it.
I agree, man. I think sometimes we expect our athletes to be saviors. Yes, I would like for them to speak more, but that's to them. Sometimes they speak more about what they do behind the scenes.
Right.
We think they got to be out in the streets with us. It's fine to see that, but we also got to, expect them. I think sometimes we just need to not look at saviors all the time. I think sometimes we look for saviors all the time. And I think it's as society, especially as Black people, as African Americans, we got to look at it as, you know, yes, I would like to hear them more. But sometimes, like if LeBron James say something, he gets attacked by his own people saying that he's just saying it for clout. Or do anything for clout. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody don't say something, they say, how dare you not say something? You should be speaking on behalf of your people. And then you like sitting there like, okay, so what's the line? Do you want them to speak or do you not want them to speak? I remember Charles Barkley said, I am not a role model.
Right.
Back in the day. I don't know if I was totally agree with that, but I understand that. What do you guys want them to do? Do you want them to save you or do you want them to give some passion? A lot of players are passionate. We see the passion. We see it. It just sometimes we have to, like I said, one day they're going to be speaking. Now we dogging them out. Next day we all in behind them. We want them to speak on my behalf. So it just sometimes I look at it like this. All I can say is, man, take care of your own. Make sure you're doing what you got to do.
Right.
And then look at athletes for what they are. They are human. So,
and just to tack onto that, Glaze, you made an excellent point because it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't society. You know, you either say too much, you don't say enough, and like I say, I think about how I was raised, and my heroes are in my household. You know, if you don't have a direct bearing effect on, you know, my family, my kids, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what we do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, listen, I don't judge you. You can't judge me. So again, this is the world we live in, which is crazy. But hey, man, do what works for you. That's what I always believe in. If you can go to bed at night and you good with your actions, your thought process, hey, man, listen, you like it, I love it.
I know, man. Exactly, man. But, you know, there are people doing stuff out there. I think we sometimes get so used to seeing the same people out there, we thinking, oh, they must not be doing anything. They must be sitting on their heels. No, bro, they're out there working. Sometimes the greatest noise is the silent noise. And that's what we don't understand because we're too busy thinking that you got to be out. Just because we ain't Twitter fingering,
right,
or posting pictures of us in don't mean work is being done, guys. There's a lot of work being done.
Dude, do you know how many people like do trench work and never, I'm talking about never say anything about it?
Right.
Never. I mean, listen, you and I have had direct conversations with individuals who people would be like, if they really knew what these people were doing, they would pat them on the back and they would applaud them. But we know what these people are doing. And at the same time, it's people dogging them out. And I'm like, listen, some of the stuff that you're talking about, that dude has done that like 20-fold. That young lady has done that 20, 30-fold. So listen, if you don't directly know what people are doing, listen, don't assume it. You don't know. Just do your part.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Don't take the responsibility of what you need to do and place it on somebody else. And I think that's what we fall into a lot. We think that, oh, if he ain't said something, he ain't really about this cause. I mean, what is he gonna do? If he spoke, he gonna have to listen. That's gonna be 100,000 comments, and 50,000 gonna be negative, and 50,000 gonna be positive. You can help your own, man. Get out there and do what you got to do. So, hey, that's my box for the day, man. Go ahead, man.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have the same issue that guy or that young lady has.
Right.
You don't know the fallout for them if they decide to take up this cause. Yeah. But they're taking up that cause, but they're just doing it in a different way. You know, it's just like a lot of the guys that's training like right now. You know how many guys don't have their phone out while they're training? You know how many guys just put the work in and just go about their business?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, the revolution not always going to be televised. It's not.
No. The hardest work is the ones without a camera in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all got to realize sometimes just because I ain't on there talking about, man, you know, I try to give deep thoughts and quotes on Facebook and Twitter. Sometimes it looks stupid. So I just shut up sometimes and just get to work. Sometimes the hardest work is done when you ain't got to see, this is me right here digging a hole. No, man, just dig the hole. That's the thing.
Hole dug. You know what I'm saying? And whatever was going in that hole is in there.
Right. What you got, man? That's all. I'm on my soapbox now. I'm off of it. We got the soapbox there. What you got, bro?
So, man, you know, we're gonna jump off with this, man, because it's time to talk sports. That's what everybody wants us to do. So this is what we do. So the MLBPA, they're gonna send a counter proposal to MLB. They want 100 games versus 82 games, and they also want the original prorated salaries they agreed to. To me, Glaze, I don't know about you. That's why I want to get your thoughts. It's starting to sound like to me we're not gonna have baseball.
It's looking real shady. You're looking real slim and shady right now. I mean, to talk Marshall Matters right now, but the thing about baseball is that they have the most powerful unit in sports. It's their players are going to, in a lack of a better term, not get screwed in some of these deals.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fight. Remember, 95 or 94 didn't happen for a reason, and that's because of their union. I don't know if we're going to have one, or if we do, I think it's going to be tough. But like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, Maceo, baseball has to be very careful with the way it is portrayed, because if it misses this season of rebuild, if it misses this chance when people are needing sports to be that out, and you are not in it because you're arguing over games and money, how do you think the public is going to look at you and say, we are suffering and we are not seeing this one of the three top major sports playing while everybody else is finding a way to play? You're not finding a way to play.
Right.
So I think we are, I hate to agree with you, but we are looking at, we might not play because this might go into an argument about funds and games and things of that nature.
Yeah, yeah. Because Scott Boras, so who he represents.
He pretty much
right. So he represents like 71 of the highest paid players in the league, and what he's reminding the guys, and he's kind of putting it out in public. Listen, these owners have never opened the book, so we don't know what kind of money that they put away. Don't think that they're spending money every day. They have like crazy slush funds, like money that carries over year after year. They truly could pay the guys if they wanted to, but listen, this is what upper management, this is what ownership does. Listen, woe is me. We're poor. Listen, you guys, we're paying all the money to you. We're taking the biggest risk because we're trying to put the season on. So I'm really starting to get that feeling, Glaze. Man, I'm not going to see baseball in 2020.
It also, we talk about levels in baseball, and we know the top level are millionaires. They get really paid.
Yeah.
But you're not playing affect the minor leagues and the smaller leagues and things of that nature. So it's going to be, of course, they'll be the ones the hardest hit without a season.
Right.
Because there will be no baseball for these guys who are trying to, do their thing. So I hope there's a season. I think Major League Baseball can't take a year behind. But it's looking very slim.
Yeah.
Like I said before. So that's interesting. Let's go to that next topic. But one organization who says we're going to have something, the NBA, looking at July 31st, has a chance to come back and do this thing. Maceo, what are your thoughts about this proposed return to the hardwood for basketball?
I have so many questions about this because, okay, you're coming back. That is crazy late to be coming back. First of all, how many teams are you going to bring back? Are we going straight into the playoffs? Are we going to? Because listen, what good is it to bring like Golden State back, the Hawks back, teams that are not in playoff contention? And word on the street is, hey, we want Zion Williamson somehow in this thing. So listen, what's your end game? Because if you want a full playoff, you talking about Adam Silver wants 7-game series. He wants a regular playoff format. You're talking about if you start July 31st, dude, you're gonna run into football season, college and pro. So if you do that, are the games gonna be played just on? Because basically, when football comes back, you're gonna have to play like Tuesday, Wednesday. Because Thursday night football, you're gonna play Friday. You're gonna compete with high school football. Saturday's college football. Sunday and Monday NFL on those days. That's gonna be crazy. July 31st is a late start for the NBA, dude. I don't know. I'm not feeling it at all.
I totally agree with you. If you look at July 31st, and they usually restart in October, so you're talking about this probably could go into September, like you said.
Right.
They only give them 1 month off for those players to get back ready for the new season.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it? And that's a question I have, because I'm sitting there like, okay, you want to get Zion in because of this Zion. Okay. So what are you willing to do? Are you going to play some games that might be meaningless? For all the teams that you're right, that didn't finish their season, so they're going to just sit at home. Atlanta's going to just sit at home with a bunch of young boys, not watching games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are we going to be? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I see everybody want to get a season in because it's the NBA. But what do you do? I mean, and let's be real. LeBron James is 35, right? So if you go from he's 34, 35, so he play in July, go through the season, let's say, because they thinking Lakers may win it. He takes a month off, jump into basketball season, go through another season, possibly do Olympics in 2021. Are they really thinking about this timeline? Like I said, it's about money. It's about attention. I'm not a big fan of it, but I thought they might have tried something earlier. They are really running into the big sports, and that's college football and NFL. So be careful with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. I hope Adam Silver's really thinking about this. I think they're going to sign off on it probably this weekend or early next week.
Right.
They've already begun opening up facilities. So it looks like it's going to happen. It should be interesting to see how it works out. So, what's your thoughts, man? What you got next?
Our next one, the NCAA college football has basically said, listen, our plan is in place. Players can begin to return back to campus to participate in off-season conditioning. June 8th is the date. By June 15th, pretty much every major college football program will be back on college campuses. Looks like we'll have a season. And to go further, a lot of the governors are basically starting to say that, listen, we have a plan in place. We can probably get 20 to 25% of fans inside the stands. So, yeah, college football is going to happen. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. And it's going to kick off on time, and it's going to be on play. It might be 20,000 in the stands, but you better believe the TV ratings going to be off the chain when football come back, boy. If we can't put but 20,000 in the stands, you might see your local bars get a little bit more heavy, even though they might have some social distancing. Restaurants, homes, TV ratings are going to be through the roof for this because people miss that. That's what we have. That's who we are, and we're not. They're going to do whatever it takes to get football on the gridiron in September. It will be a kickoff. At Chick-fil-A, it's going to be interesting, though, May, still like the Chick-fil-A kickoff. How they're going to handle that, and dealing with that, and dealing with these pre-classics like the HBCU Classic, that we have, the Swag Miac. How they handle all of those classics to get those started, because they are all kickoffs for the season. Are we still looking to have those? But I think either way, and I'll say this as I said before, we as the media and as TV outlets have a real big opportunity to show well for this, because people are going to rely on us to get these sports out there to them.
Right.
And when football kicks off, people are going to be like, what's going on? Show me what's happening. Let me see this. So it's going to happen. It's going to be big, and it should be very interesting. Look, man, I ain't going to lie. I'm looking forward to it.
What? Without a doubt.
Let me ask you this, though, Mason. I want to ask you this, though. What are some of the things we have as far as players' safety and things they're going to do for them on the sidelines and things of that nature during this?
So it's crazy because most of the programs have already been working on their social distancing plans or whatever. One of the things that a lot of the college coaches use in actually to move this thing forward, every college coach pretty much keeps up with all their guys on social media. Mm-hmm. They're looking to see all of their players are pretty much working out with trainers in these large groups. If you listen to the data or data, whichever one you want to use, the data will tell you that healthy guys this age, between like 18 to 24, 25, which is going to be pretty much all college athletes, COVID pretty much don't affect them. That's what the data say. So you can get these guys together. They're gonna have, so now we're finding out it's so many tests that are available for these guys. Kirby Smart had made this point. Listen, we can social distance the kids better than where they are right now because we have all these massive facilities.
Right.
I can put 25 guys in the weight room. I can take another 25 and put them in the indoor practice facility. And then I can take another 50 to the stadium.
Right.
We have, most college camps, they have all of these measures where they can keep the kids apart. You talk about the new dorms that everybody has, the new facilities everybody has built. We can place these kids and we can social distance them, but when we look out there every day, they not social distancing no way. So, and they seem healthy, might as well bring them back to campus and let us take care of them. That's the thought process of all the college coaches, Glaze.
Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to look. I think, like you said, the coaches will probably take more social distancing and do things like that because they're older and things of that nature. So you might see them with masks. And
right.
As far as the young players, you can social distance your team. You know what I'm saying? You can tackle, wash their hands when they come out. Trust me, by the time football kick off, they will have enough ways to make sure that they're playing and getting it done. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's going to be really, it's going to happen. See, it's a new norm. It's happened before in our country. Old videos of I think Georgia Tech playing where everybody was sitting in the stand with masks on.
Yeah,
so they've had this before.
1918.
Yeah, so 1918. So it's happened. Just how we're going to handle it and what we're going to do to move forward with it is going to be the next new thing. So I think it's going to be interesting, man. I can't wait to see.
And one more point real quick, Lays. Listen, I know people hate to keep hearing about this, but the TV contracts have to be filled. These conferences and these colleges have already cashed these checks. They're going to get their content. Right. Because these schools cannot go back and write. The SEC network doesn't function properly without having games on Saturday, without having sports, period. You know, listen, ACC has a network now. Texas has their own TV channel outside of the Big 12. So listen, the Big 10, all of these entities have put in crazy money for the cameraman, the trucks, all of this stuff. Listen, they have to have the sport, and that's why these things are going to be played, like it or not.
And you know what's funny, Maceo? You know, ESPN played Cool Runnings the other day. That's when you know we struggling with sports when you put Cool Runnings on. I saw Cool Runnings on ESPN. I was like, wow, you're struggling for sports when Cool Runnings is on. And it didn't have like a 1 a.m. slot. It had like an 8 p.m. slot. It had a main spot.
It's the prime time.
It was on prime time. Cool Runnings. Nothing against Cool Runnings. But I didn't, the Jamaican bobsled team story on ESPN, not on ESPN2 or news, on ESPN.
This is what we're doing.
Cool Runnings on ESPN.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's my turn, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't know if you've been watching. I'm a world of sports type dude, and I watch all kinds. So I'm a WWE fan. It's my story. It's my soap opera, wrestling and stuff like that. There's another function called AEW. That's a new brand, and I got our lady Brandy Rose and Cody Rose. We had Brandy on the show not too long ago.
Our girl.
So when I heard Mike Tyson was gonna be on it, and lo and behold, there was Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson has been in Gary, you're right. They trying to get viewers by any means necessary. Mike Tyson has been in a lot of conversations lately because of the video we saw where he 52 and he hitting that punching bag strong and
for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Then I saw him on Deontay Wilder now, and then I heard Mark Fury dude want to fight. Everybody wants to fight Tyson. Everybody wants a piece of Tyson. 52 is 52. And it looks good, Maceo, on TV. But what are your thoughts about Tyson jumping all? And I mean, he living his life. He still got about 400 acres of weed. Sorry, y'all. He does have a 400-acre weed facility. What are your thoughts on Mike, man, and all this attention and these things people want him to jump into?
So, Blaze, you've heard me say this a million times, so this makes it 1,000,001. This is the power of social media.
True.
This is the power of it. A 30-second clip of Mike throwing those hands has put Mike in demand. Like, think about it. We're talking about ESPN. Last week, they did a marathon of all of Mike Tyson fights. Because we talk about a new generation of kids who really don't know Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So now, hey, let's get Mike here. Let's get Mike, because Mike is the hottest thing in the street. So listen, everything is about hashtags. Everything is about views. Man, if I can get Mike, I can listen. Hey, we can make our product a little bit hotter, get us a little more notoriety. So listen, Mike winning right now. Now, do I want to see Mike fight again? No. And again, because we're such prisoners of the moment, people forget Mike's last few fights. So if you think a 52-year-old Mike Tyson can take a punch when he couldn't take it while he was training every day, man, go on somewhere. Y'all got to stop that.
Look, the last fight I remember Tyson fighting was when Lennox Lewis, he was laying on the ground. So Lennox Lewis was 6'4", and his reach was a little bit longer than Mike. We really don't put him in the fight with 6'9" Fury and 6'7" Wilder. Yo, stop that, Joe. Do it to this man.
Hey, the Lennox Lewis fight. Remember how you used to do your older brother for your older brother had reach, your younger brother had reach. You just put your hand on his head.
Yeah.
You can keep him at bay.
Did he throw anything but a jab that fight? Jab.
Lennox Lewis couldn't get the mic because he was too off.
I don't want to see this. Let him wrestle where they control the environment. Don't put him in no boxing ring, man. Unless Butterbean come out of retirement. Is Butterbean still here? I don't even know.
Hey, man.
Don't bring Mike in there, man.
Let's continue to give Mike his flowers. Let's continue to love on Mike. And let's continue to remember the good parts of Mike.
Yeah.
Because again, a lot of y'all act like Mike ain't never kissed that canvas before. A lot of y'all act like Mike ain't never got touched up. Listen, Holyfield wasn't scared of Mike.
Mm-mm.
And listen, Holyfield continued to put them things. He dropped them bees on Mike's head. A lot.
Whoever decided to put that little poster together of Mike Tyson versus Holyfield 3, stop it. That was the oldest looking poster I've ever seen in my life with 2 men on it. They were old on that too. They were old, dog. They were just like granddad. They granddad.
Y'all don't want to see that. And I promise you, if they put that together and they tell y'all the pay-per-view It's gonna be $49.99. I want to see how many of y'all gonna buy it. Y'all talk a lot and retweet a lot. Y'all not gonna watch that. I know you're not gonna watch it. Stop.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna hope one dude buy it and put it on Facebook so everybody can see it. That's what they're gonna hope. That's what they're gonna hope.
Facts.
They're gonna be like, one dude gonna do it, and we're gonna all watch on Facebook or Twitter and follow him and watch this fight because this might be the slowest boxing match ever. You know, look, 30-second videos are different than 12 rounds or 10-round fights for minutes.
Is Mike willing to truly train? Like train?
Yeah.
Like being in that gym is one thing. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But is Mike ready to go out there and do that road work?
Yeah.
That's required. I don't know Mike about that life.
So, dude, you know, I don't think we all know what it takes to be a boxer. So one day I tried to go like just punching for 3 minutes for like 4 or 5 rounds. That is the most tiring thing ever, bro. You need somebody who hitting you back. That ain't easy, man. That ain't easy.
Can you take a kidney shot today?
Oh, they hit back. They don't just sit there like that man with the pads on.
With all the pads on, and then he got mitts. You know what I'm saying? So he just let you swing, and then he just hit. And everybody know that move.
So in real life, they punch back. That hurt. Oh, I gotta hit and duck. Oh, you didn't tell me that. Oh, that hurts.
What your jaw look like? You know what I'm saying? Can you say?
Man, I tell you, somebody hit me in my jaw right now, I'm gonna cry. We're gonna fight for a minute, but I'm gonna probably cry for a while because it hurts. My jaw ain't what it. The jaw is pretty soft right now. It's a daddy jaw, and it ain't what it used to be.
It's not anyway. No.
What you got, bro?
Hey man, so Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow, he spoke out on the George Floyd killing, and he basically summed up his tweet. He says the black community needs our help. This isn't politics. This is human rights. Just your thoughts on Joe Burrow. I mean, he did it. Carson Wentz put out a post as well. But like I say, Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow is really hot in these streets. Listen, his tweet got a lot of traction. Your thoughts on Joe Burrow?
Not only him, but I saw Trevor Lawrence as well.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go through, and a lot of people were on that. I mean, it's cool to see. This is a different generation. So they didn't grow up with this. It's still racism out there, and we're never going to say that it's not. But this group grew up around with a different heroes and different people they saw on TV. A lot of people they saw on TV, a lot of people they saw. So it's not surprising that a lot of these athletes who saw this, who were part of this, are now reacting the way they are, because a lot of these cats grew up around black cats in their schools and all of that, and saw what they had with them. So I'm not surprised. We go back to what we talked about a little earlier, though. It's good to see. We just hope that there are more people who are understanding what we're going through and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's not surprising. This is a different generation, and we're hoping this generation is better than our generation. Right now, our generation are the ones who are leading and doing what we need to do right now. So we're hoping that the generation that we're working hard to build for will have bigger platforms to do things on and understand that there are bigger things that they can do and realize the pain of what went on in Minneapolis or what went on in Brunswick, Georgia, or the craziness that went on in New York, that they're now seeing that this is ridiculous and that stuff like this didn't happen. And I see a lot of athletes, saying, we didn't grow up in this era. Why are we still seeing things that happened in the 60s, in the 80s, still happening in 2020? 2020 is bad enough as it is, but now we got to continue to see crap like this on our TV with people that we pretty much played with, we grew up with. Because, this is 60 years, 50 years after King passed, and we still seeing this. Athletics have become a bigger part of our life. We talk about Jordan being the biggest athlete in the world, one of the biggest names, and LeBron's, and what happened to Kobe and the things of that nature. So athletics, which we have always said has been a eye to the world, has been able to do things that a lot of other things haven't been able to do. So a lot of these athletes are seeing that things that we grew up with and things that we immortalized
Mm-hmm.
are being killed for nothing,
Right.
and murdered,
Right.
and things that we thought was over with.
Right.
So I'm not surprised these athletes are starting to say something. We all know about Trevor. We've seen who he's been around, and we've seen like Joe Burrows and Wentz. These guys have been around long enough to say, this is stupid, man.
Right.
This is stupid.
Right. And it's funny because like when I saw it, I just always go back to when we covered the SEC championship and then when we covered the Peach Bowl. The Joe Burrow teammates, even when we was at ESPN Awards, we actually got to, spend time with Joe Burrow and to hear his teammates. One of the things I always like just really believe in, how do your teammates feel about you? You know what I'm saying? I think that speaks it speaks volumes. And I remember talking to Jamar Chase and just asking him, like, what is it about Joe Burrow? And he was like, listen, he a real one. And I was like, okay, real, that's their turn. I ain't, okay, what's a real one? And he was just like, listen, he's not scared to get in the trenches with us. Listen, he doesn't, with all that he's achieved, he don't just kind of sit up in the corner by himself. He's always bringing guys around. He wants guys. It's guys at his apartment. It's him always being part of the team. And listen, people don't know that. Like Joe Burrow, one of his favorite artists, Tupac. Like he down with the cause. He understands.
And that's what's cool about it, man. And that's what I'm saying. We're different era now, man, between what music we've had and athletes and things of that nature. And like what Gary said, Burrow grew up in a low-income area of Ohio. So he kind of understood some of the things that was struggle. He talks about his struggles. So I think we're going to get, more from people that we, that are a certain ilk or that don't look like us all the time, that are going to start speaking out a little bit more, because this ain't what they grew up in the 90s and 2000s. A lot of these kids are late 90s, early 2000s babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not going to see, but like, whoa, yo, that stuff I heard about in the 60s and 70s. That was way before my time, and we're still doing some of the same things. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, my next one, man, is you.
Go ahead. No, it's on you.
No, finish up. What you got? Something else going?
No, just real. I was just saying, and again,
so
kind of what you said. That's the beauty of sports. It's the team aspect. Like if you have fractures in your team, guys have different ideologies, it's not gonna work, man. So that's the beauty of sports. And I always say this: guys who play sports, ladies who play sports, they just understand this thing called life a little bit better, man.
And look, man, hey, I hate to brag about, we do our things like optimize the vision, that's my thing. That's why I did it around sports, because I see the teamwork that sports creates. You know what I'm saying? And, we've been around it all our lives. We've seen what sports can do on levels. We've seen it behind the scenes, on the field, coached it. We know what sports can do. So that's why sometimes, go back to what we talked about earlier, sometimes we might not want the limelight, but people put so much into what we do as sports people, even in the media, that we have to sometimes be that voice for them and say some of the things like that. So my next day, Maceo, and I want to just bring it up because you made a post on our page recently about instant replay, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So it was a lot of comments about instant replay. I have my thoughts on it, but I know you have yours as well. So go ahead, man. Tell us about instant replay. They're pretty much getting rid of the interference rule, which they should have never brought in, but that's just here and there. But give me your thoughts on instant replay.
So the only point I was trying to make is before we got all this, we got all this technology. We sit at the house, we can see the slow-mo, we can see the in real time. These guys don't have that option. So if we're not going to use the technology fully, don't use it at all, because it was a time. Remember when we first got into replay? And it was such a bad idea. They like, man, let's kick it out because these guys are human. The game was fine when we just let the referees do it. But because now everybody, because all of y'all got one of these and all y'all think y'all got a voice. Listen, these guys, they read that stuff. This is their job. And do you want to get second guessed at your job? Do you want somebody standing over your shoulder? Every little thing, Glaze, you put that decimal point in the wrong place. Glaze, you got that microphone wrong. So they don't want to be second guessed. And so their pushback is, hey man, so guess what? I ain't seen nothing. That's no call. So,
right.
So that's just my thing. We either gonna let them be officials or we gonna nitpick everything they do. And 50% gonna be happy because they team got a call. 50% gonna be mad. Listen, Daz caught that ball. Oh, my bad.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I mean, knew that's where we were headed. The catching the ball. I mean, yeah. Look, man, the only thing I like replay for, Ashley Maceo, is those tight. They don't know if he caught. But I'm sorry, I ain't gonna talk about the dead. You know, the dead didn't catch. I'm gonna say if he caught it or not, but I knew you were gonna talk. I'm sorry about that, man. I ain't want to keep bringing that up.
Too, man. You a
I'm talking about, like, you know, I do see where you know, when they have 2 feet in, and we don't know what a catch is still. We still don't know what interference is. We still don't. Look, man, I agree. I don't want to see I don't want to see holdings. I don't want to see all the stuff that they should just let them call the call. I mean, you got 12 referees out there, look like, you know what I'm saying? So let them do what they got to do. But I do kind of like the little things, if they were inbounds and all that stuff, you know. But I get what you're saying. But I knew this. I brought this up because I knew you were going to bring up the Dez thing. He did catch it, Maceo. I won't be
he
petty.
made a football move. He caught it and made a football move, man. He was trying to reach the ball out to score.
Yeah, that could have changed a lot of things between Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, man. That would have changed.
How was going to win the Super Bowl that year? We would have 6.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
All right. Yeah. Make sure you don't like it. So either you like it or you don't like it, right, man?
I don't like it.
I apologize.
I don't like it, man.
But we'll move on, man. What you got? What you got next, mate?
I need him on. Hold on.
I know.
It was a catch. It was a catch.
I know, man. Apologize for that.
Oh, okay.
They said it wasn't a catch, though, man. They said he didn't make a move.
Okay, next topic.
Saturday, man.
Next topic.
It's on you, bro.
The fallout from The Last Dance continues. This week, what Glaze go, y'all? Oh, he got to come back in. He tripping. So, are you with me, Glaze?
Yeah.
Okay,
you got tell your people to call you, man. They call you. That's what it is. They
calling you. My phone ain't wrong.
I'm on my computer, bro.
Oh, you are? Well, that wasn't me because I'm on my computer. Yeah.
All right, man. So Last Dance, what's going on?
This week is Clyde Drexler, who has a problem with the way he was portrayed in The Last Dance. Glaze, can you get people to get out their feelings about what Michael Jordan said, man? Let it go.
No, man. I'm tired of y'all Jordan people, man. Jordan made everybody look bad in this video, man. Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler, Carmelo. Hey, make sure it honestly, when we talk about the Last Dance did what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It created the controversy. I didn't know what Jordan meant when he said y'all weren't gonna like me, but a lot of people ain't liking him, and a lot of colleagues ain't liking him about this video. This thing got people hey, he walk out them streets, he might get swung on by some of them ex-players, bro. Jordan better be careful. He got some people hot at him around there. And I get it, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Can I say one thing, maybe? So let me get back on my soapbox.
Get off it.
For all you youngsters out there who say Scottie Pippen couldn't ball, kiss my ass. Y'all really don't know who the hell Scottie Pippen was. Yes, that's what pissed me off about The Last Dance. If there was anything that pissed me off, it got these young people thinking that Scotty was a quitter. He wasn't playing. He wasn't tough. Scottie Pippen had his jaw broke back in the day, dog, by Dennis Rodman. Look, man, y'all gonna quit dogging Scottie Pippen in these streets. He got 6 titles too, man. But that's what pissed me off about The Last Dance. Quit trying to say Scottie Pippen's soft. The man ain't soft, man. The man balled out. And Horace Grant, you know you told that man that. But you know what? You know, Mace, now you got to get my feelings. I'm talking about, look, Jordan. Look, you shouldn't put that out there like that, man. You got the glide man. Drexler ain't been man in 20 years. Now the Drexler man. Drexler wasn't on my level. Jordan petty. What the problem is, Maceo, Jordan is petty. That's Jordan. That's y'all dude. That's y'all. I'm still mad about 88 the slam dunk contest.
Hey, man,
I'm still mad about the slam dunk contest.
He's the petty god. He's the petty god. He's the petty god. So listen. I'm going to continue to hammer this point home. Michael Jordan has become a mythical figure. He gets the ultimate hall pass. So you either down with Mike or you get ran over by Mike. Listen, him and Charles Barkley were partners, thick as thieves. But once Barkley talked about Mike not being a good GM, and listen, he told the truth.
Well, he didn't lie.
He didn't lie. This is the pettiness of the petty god. But we have given Mike the ultimate hall pass. So in the words of Tupac, you either ride with us or you collide with us. It's simple as that.
Gang, gang. Michael Jordan, gang, gang. Listen, that's what it's about.
You still gonna wear your shoes. You know what I'm saying? And
line for his shoes.
Everybody in the streets, let me tell y'all this real quick, because I'm just gonna walk away from you. Don't run up on me with a Jordan argument and you got on Jordans. Don't do it. And then I'm gonna ask you, how many LeBrons do you own? And then I'm gonna walk away. I ain't seen none of y'all line up for LeBron shoe, and I'm not even trying to bring LeBron, because listen, I'm a LeBron guy. Guess what? Hold on, everybody. You can be a Kobe, LeBron, and Mike guy.
No, you can't. Not according to the social media. You can't be. You can't be that in social media world.
You can.
What?
You can really do that. I like all three of them. We have been blessed to witness all three guys play. Listen, I'm their guy. I love all those guys.
They said, what I tell you, I booed Kobe.
You did, man, because you're a hater, man. Because you're a hater.
Why was I hated? Greatness get hated on. And I was one of those that hated greatness. I hated old Kobe.
You a hater, man.
I used to sit and watch Kobe like this. But I guess what? I can't hate what I don't watch. So guess what I was doing? I was watching him hating. Whatever. What time he come on? He come on at 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna turn on at 10 and watch the Lakers and hate on Kobe all the whole game. You don't hate on people that you don't watch. So greatness get hated on. So that's what I did.
Hey, everybody. 2 things that will get me and Glaze into a big argument, and we won't talk to each other. Kobe Bryant and them Houston Rockets, 2 championships.
Which was my last one.
If y'all want to see
Maxwell
Glaze move some furniture and not talk to each other for a couple of weeks, bring that up.
I was gonna bring up Vernon Maxwell, but I said no. I said we can't do this.
Because he's a hater too. He's a big hater. Bring him up.
Okay, so Vernon Maxwell said about The Last Dance. So we're gonna keep this Last Dance on because honestly, it was the best thing we've seen in the last 4 months. So that's why it still goes this long. This while I don't watch episodes 6 and 7 a few times. And when I don't see him in order, I just want to watch him in different orders now and check out certain things. But Vernon Maxwell said they didn't bring up the Rockets because they know they couldn't handle when we were playing in that 94-95. Look, Mason, we done had this argument before. I ain't gonna have an argument with you now, but I want to get your thoughts on Vernon Maxwell.
First of all, Vernon Maxwell, dude, you was a Jag, man. Vernon Maxwell act like he averaged like 30 a game. Now you was a role player, Vernon. Listen good, Vernon Maxwell. Listen. And I tweeted you a couple times, Vernon Maxwell. I think I got blocked one time. But Vernon, they didn't bring y'all up because those 2 years Mike was retired. Well, I'm gonna talk about y'all. I ain't give you no shine, man, for what? And if they were gonna talk about Sam Cassell, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Robert Horry, and Mario Elliott. They want to talk about you, Vernon Maxwell, man. You was a jag, man. Get out of here.
So that's how you feel about Vernon, man? Really?
Yeah. Listen, I love Vernon game. Vernon was a tough guy. Vernon, Vernon was he was your get down and get dirty guy. But ain't nobody finna bring you, even if they brought you up, Vernon, they want to talk about you. Sit down somewhere, man. Clout chasing.
We do our crush 30 for 30. We're gonna do it about our argument with the Houston versus Chicago thing, because I think it would have been tough. The thing I thought about when I saw Vernon's thing, it was like, Vernon, they really want to watch y'all. You should do your own 30 for 30 of Houston Rockets for those 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what, Vernon?
Really do about Akeem. I think that's a key story. Is 30 for 30 to me,
bro.
Vernon I understand, Vernon. You just want to get your shine.
Vernon, nobody will watch it, Vernon. Nobody will watch. That's why they ain't done it. Y'all listen. And we're not gonna argue today because I don't feel like slamming no condos and nothing. We ain't gonna argue today. But it don't have no sizzle. Like that team was boring. Like that's why nobody bring them up. People like, damn, the Rockets won 2 titles. Ain't no. Okay.
Only thing about the Rockets titles that really everybody remember was OJ. Vernon, that's the problem, Vernon. That when y'all was winning y'all first title, OJ was in a Bronco, and people was watching the Bronco instead of y'all. So that's the problem, Vernon.
Houston Rockets, OJ. Houston Rockets, OJ.
It got so bad, Vernon, that they put the game in the small corner of the TV and put OJ and the Bronco on the big screen.
Now, so I bet you this, Vernon, if Jordan was still playing, they wouldn't have went to OJ. Drop the mic.
Vernon, OJ did take their shine. That's all I remember, Vernon. I mean, I don't even know how. Did y'all sweep I don't even remember what happened that series. No. Y'all beat Orlando the first series with Shaq and Penny. And then y'all beat OJ and the Knicks the next year.
Man, come on, Pat Ewing. Pat Ewing, that finger roll.
Why you 7-foot finger rolling? Never mind. I'm sorry. Why you 7-foot finger rolling? I said that for all New York fans.
What number did Vernon Maxwell was? Y'all don't even know that.
I think I remember.
I'm done with that.
All right. I'm sorry. All right.
Hey, man.
How we going to finish the show, man? What you going to finish with, bro?
Last one for me, for you. The Match, Part 2. Tiger, Phil, Peyton, Tom. Did you watch?
I watched some of it. It was entertaining. It was funny seeing Tiger and Phil out there in shorts. I'm like, they got shorts, captain shorts on?
Tiger has no calves.
How do you have no calves and you walk all the time?
Anyway, he's not doing no lower body. No lower body work for Tiger.
Tiger straight upper body.
He all bench press.
He's straight curling. I said, he looked like that. You remember Johnny Bravo from the cartoon? That's what Tiger looking like out there. That big old upper body. I'm like, where's calves? How you ain't got no calves and you walk all the time?
Say built like a martini glass. Big up here, no leg. Then they go with feet.
I think I'm about to see some swole calf. Tiger got a straight leg. You know the calf's supposed to bulge out a little bit.
This Tiger calves, right? Tiger like this.
So Yeah, man. So I did watch. I thought it was entertaining. Tom Brady sucked out there. He was terrible. But overall, I think it was for a good cause. I think they need to do more, but I agree with Phil. I would like to see some people that can actually. I would like to see Romo out there. Romo can really get down with that golf club. I like to see guys who can really do it.
Romo a pro. Romo acquired a pro.
Yeah. So I like to see guys who can do it and can raise money like they did, 20 mil. That's awesome, man. So I thought it was great. I did watch it. It was good to see Tiger and Phil loose. They ride in their car. They ride the cars a little dirtier than we do when they out there. They ride a little hard. So it was good to see, man. I enjoyed it. I did watch it, man. I think it was good to see.
Yeah, listen, I watched all of it. So I was flipping between NASCAR and the match. But like I say, man, Tom Brady was so bad. But then Charles Barkley and Dustin Johnson added so much flavor to it with their commentary. Listen, Charles Barkley is a national treasure, man. I know
Protect him at all costs.
Charles is a national treasure, man. I love Chuck, man.
Protect him at all costs, man. They gave some great side comments. And it's funny to hear Charles trying to critique golf. But have you seen Charles?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
But it was good to see, man. Hey, so that's our show for this week, man. We got an interview at 12. So do your thing, man. I'm about to take this weekend off.
Yeah,
we'll be back next Thursday. We can do Thursday, man. We might, Thursday we'll be back 7 o'clock. You like this format?
No, this is dope, man. I wish I knew how to use it, but yeah, this is dope.
We're gonna have a class. We'll figure it. We'll work on it.
Could y'all teach me how to do Zoom, man? Could y'all teach me how to do Zoom? I'm tired of my
We'll start with Zoom.
I'm tired of my picture not being up there when I have to. Yeah, man.
Every time they show Maceo face, it'd be just the figure.
It'd be like this.
We gotta work on that for you, dog. Hey, so if a man Maceo, this EGlaze. Hey, man, you can catch this show on you can catch us on Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube. It's gonna be there. We're gonna keep them out there. So we don't figure this out, man. Look at us.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
I got my microphones and stuff here. Now I got to put it all up.
We got to put all that in there too, microphones and all that. Hey, I need you to put Junior on there because Dad is still around. I want to make sure her see him get mad at me.
I thought about that too. When I looked up there, I said, yeah, let me put Junior up there because
we don't want no problems.
No problems, man. Yes, Gary. Pay Dak. Listen, hey, y'all. Mahomes is at the table. I saw Deshaun trains in Atlanta. I bumped to Deshaun last week. Deshaun say, hey, he looking at 38, 39. The price of the quarterback only going up.
So you telling the Cowboys to go ahead and pay him now before it gets ridiculous?
Before it gets stupid. They got to pay him.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Right here. Hey.
My dog.